All right, team, what's going on? Just gonna get back to videoing the whole week and explaining everything I think that's been missed, and especially with all the notes that I put in. Sometimes they're not enough to explain where we're going with training, what the stimulus is for certain workouts. So I will do my best to keep these consistent and go over the week. So going in straight into this week, we are going to start with I call it a warm up slash accessory strength because it is two really good repetitions to work on very specific single leg strength, but also it's going to prime you for what's next and you guys are about to see. But I want you guys to use the bear hugs and back squats to really open up your squat position. It's a lot of tempos. You're going to really slow down, and the bear hug position allows you to get really deep and get your really pelvis to move between your legs to open up your squat. So going into our big piece for Monday, this is a progression that we've been doing. So last week we tested a 1 RM back squat, but after rowing quite a bit, and those are two um, big movements that show up in the open regardless, right? A lot of squatting, heavy squatting, volume squatting, and rowing. Rowing is the most sport specific machine or cardio piece that you're going to see in the open. Also, you can say that about burpees. However, this is a progression. So we're using very specific numbers now from our testing and from our rowing from last week as well to go into this workout. So you're going to use 55% of your 1 RM back squat, and you have 4 sets, males 500 meters, females 450 meters, and I want you to do those 5 to 8 seconds faster pace than your 1000 meter repeats from last week. Okay, so if you guys remember your times, you can really have a very specific pace that you are going to hold. Then you're going to go into more back squats. Now we have a very strong strength base, and we're going to take that to more of a squat endurance cycle, which is going to start with here 12 back squats. You can take it from the rack. As soon as you're done, you're going to step to the side. You're not going to take more than 15 seconds, and we're going to hop up for a max bar muscle up set. But -2 means that you're going to stop before 2 reps of failure. There's a lot of rest, 3 minutes of rest, but it's going to be really necessary so you can maintain the repetitions and the speed for this piece. Okay, this is Monday. Going into Tuesday. Tuesday is going to start with those intervals that we've been doing. Again, really thinking of what we're going to see in the open, how we're going to approach things. Every 10 minutes, 3 sets. You're going to have a ski erg, so 50-40 calorie ski erg, and then 20 burpee box jump overs. Okay, box facing. 24 for the guys, 20 inches for the ladies. Time cap per round is 8 minutes. Ski erg effort, as you guys can see, it's a pretty high effort. So 50 calories. We want those to get done at about 2.5, 3-ish minutes. Pushing 4 is okay. And then the burpee box jump overs, super consistent. I've been trying to put more specific parameters for what's needed here. And what I need you guys to do is think, okay, this is a 5 to 7 minute interval and push hard, right? So you can have enough time to recover. You can repeat this 3 times. Really straightforward. It's just a couplet. However, this is a lot of fitness. After you're done with the intervals, which is our priority, this is why your bonus strength is after. It's more bodybuilding. We have close grip push-ups. So close grip meaning like inside of your shoulders. You're gonna get a big tricep pump there, and then also some barbell curls to work on getting huge biceps. All right, Wednesday is going to start with another gymnastic specific strength piece. We've been doing a lot of ring work, and this time we are going to be doing some negative pull-ups on rings. Okay, this is to really help you maintain the position and also build the strength on rings. And we also have some low ring planks that you guys gonna hold. Those are incredibly hard, way harder than a regular plank because it's so much more intense on the stability of the shoulder. And we're going to throw in a little bit more midline with the hollow body rocks. That's going to finish up your strength. And then your workout for that day, if it loads. All right, a little bit of different progression here. Um, you're gonna have two 10-minute MRAPs, and if you are familiar with how the open works, a lot of those MRAPs usually have a lot of transitions, and they have to be pretty quick. So what we're doing, you're gonna be like, oh, that's not that many reps. However, the transitions are what's going to really create separation in this workout. We have double unders, we have dumbbell snatch, we have chest to bar pull-ups. In the second MRAP, we have toes to bar, we have single arm clean and jerks, and then more double unders. It's not a lot of reps per round, but that means you're going to be getting quite a bit of rounds here. Um, what I need you guys to understand is that the dumbbell snatch and then the single arm hang clean and jerk, you do 5 on one side, then you switch and do 5 on the other side. Okay. Find a pace, find an approach to where you can continuously do work without much downtime, right? If you are just completely not doing anything, that is going to be slower than finding a maybe a little bit slower pace, but you continuously do it and work. It's going to really depend on how much you can hold on to different movements here when it comes to rounds, but we're definitely looking at least 6, maybe 7, pushing 8 or 9 rounds. You can definitely do this on the minute almost, but that's going to be pushing it. So tight transitions, 5-minute break should be a lot of time to recover, and then just a little bit different. So a lot of cyclical work. All right, going into Thursday. Thursday, so this is going to be a thruster progression with the Echo bike or air bike. I've been using this also as a primer for the front squat. So we've been doing a lot of quarter squats to prime this. This time I'm going to do Anderson front squat. So you can take it from a rig, but set up the bar to where it's basically at the bottom of your front squat. And I want you to stand up as fast as you can on those repetitions. You have 3 sets of 2, not a lot of volume, but again, this is just a prime. And a bended dumbbell push press to work on a fast lockout overhead and then bringing it back down. That's 5 per side. All right, so this is week 3 of this progression. What we've done so far, we tested it. It was a very aggressive test, but it's like pure fitness right there, right? Move really fast in the machine, get you fitness tested, and then go lift a very heavy thruster, which it's full body. You can't do it slowly. You can't really hide on it. So what we're doing here is taking the same exact format, but we're splitting into EMOMs. Okay, so the original test was every 90 seconds. You do both in 90 seconds. However, this time you're going to have a minute dedicated to the bike, minute dedicated to the thruster. So the goal is really to work on your bike speed to get it down to a time that allows you to complete those thrusters in 90 seconds after. Okay. So 3 different 6-minute EMOMs with 2 minutes rest in between should let you recover. Again, you're allowed to build on those thrusters. I'm not putting any super specific recommendations. Definitely, we want it to be at least same weight from week 1 when you repeat it, because it was way more dense. So the more time here should allow you to have a little bit more room to lift heavier. Okay. Whoops. Let's make sure we save that. Okay. And then lastly, Friday is going to be the handstand push-up progression. We went back to doing more handstand push-ups. It's something that also shows up in the open quite a bit. So we have to work on stuff like that quite often. This is going to be a little bit different than last week. Last week, we just had a straight 10-minute EMOM of a set number of straight handstand push-ups that you get per minute. This time, you are going to dictate how many reps you're getting in a minute, right? So we have a 20-minute EMOM. Minute 1, you're going to perform 30 seconds of as many as you can straight handstand push-ups. Minute 2, you're going to perform 12 dumbbell box step-ups. Super simple. Everyone's going to go to a 20-inch box, holding the dumbbells in a farmer carry position. Minute 3, you're going to use the same dumbbells. So you're going to perform 6 double press. And then minute 4 is your active recovery. So like it's your rest minute, but I do want you to pick a machine where you can just kind of like slowly move, learn how to recover while you're still moving. So we have 4 minutes, 20 minutes total. So it's going to give you 5 rounds, and you're going to accumulate as many straight handstand push-ups as possible. Modifications are down at the bottom, but they pretty much remain the same. And then a little bit of extra strength, and this is basically for your handstand push-up strength. So the closed grip incline bench press hits the same musculature that we use for straight handstand push-ups or handstand push-ups in general. And this time we've been doing a lot of those. So now I want you to build to a 1RM, as close as possible to a 1RM. And then you're gonna take 2 drop sets. You're gonna drop to 90% of that weight, and you're gonna hit 2 more singles. Spoiler alert, those drop sets tend to be even harder than the 1RM, so make sure you're not um, underestimating those repetitions. Okay, this is it for this week. I'm gonna be posting these videos in the beginning or on Monday, so go back, look at the overview for the week. People tend to like to just listen to this rather than looking through the notes, but I will do my best to post both and have all of this for you uploaded. Let's go.